The Historic Districts Commission has the responsibility for making sure that changes to historic properties in town are done so in an appropriate fashion. So they are the design review body for the historic districts, and there are probably 800 homes. They are in designated districts. Our districts follow the settlement patterns in the town. Went from the Lincoln Historic District, which was nearest the harbor, and then we move into Hingham Center and the Pear Tree Hill District, and that takes us up to Glad Tidings Plain. There's Tower Wilder District, and then Liberty Plain is the furthest up Main Street. It's in South Hingham. There are also National Register districts, and we have 2 National Register historic districts in town, and they are an overlay district. It's more of an honorarium than anything else. We have the Lincoln National Register Historic District, and we also have the South Hingham National Register Historic District. We actually have about 1,500, over 1,500 listings on our inventory of historic properties. And I said some of those are in historic districts, and then the remainder are throughout the town. They have historical or architectural significance, but they're not located in a district. And so the Historical Commission is responsible for evaluating plans to demolish all or part of one of the houses that are on the inventory. Town meeting, 1966, voted and approved the establishment of the Historic Districts Commission. There's a talent bank form that's always in the town warrant, and it's also available on the town website. And so people fill that out if they have an interest in serving on the commission, and then they are interviewed by the select board and then selected based on that. According to the Historic Districts bylaw, we have to have an AIA, American Institute for Architecture, architect on the board. We also have to have a planning board designee. We also have to have someone who lives, a resident in historic districts. We also have to have a member of the Historical Society, a liaison, and then we have an at-large position. So those are voting members. We also have a complementary group that are alternate members. The term is 3 years. However, they're entitled to 2 terms, so 6 years. But we've had people who start as an alternate, serve 2 terms, and then serve 2 terms as a voting member. And so that's 12 years. We've had some people who've stayed even longer than that. You know, we're not the taste police or whatever people used to call us, or still do maybe, but they're based on the Secretary of the Interior's guidelines for the treatment of historic properties. Every single historic district in the United States has very similar regulations. And so there are some things that are optional. Some districts can choose not to evaluate paint colors or control paint colors. Some do, some don't. You know, the use of composite materials as opposed to real wood. Essentially, the basics are the same. And it's really through the National Park Service that we get our marching orders. And so any guidelines that we have are based on that.